Does building wealth feel impossible without giving up time on your family, friends, or even your peace of mind? What if I told you that you don't have to choose? You can grow your wealth and still have time for the people and moments that matter most to you. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to do it without the hustle and grind mindset. Let's get started. Before we dive into the strategies, I want to talk about what wealth actually means. For many of us, wealth isn't just about a big number in the bank. It's about freedom. It's about having choices to take a career break when you need to spend time with loved ones, or to say yes to opportunities that align with your values. Wealth isn't just a number in the bank, it's having the power to make choices that serve you today and in the future. Financial independence is the long-term goal, where you don't need anyone's support to live your life. But along the way, you can build what I call power money. This is money that allows you to act when needed, whether it's leaving a toxic job, taking time off for self-care, or saying no to obligations that don't align with your values. Power money means that you're not stuck. You have options, and that's freedom in its own right. Wealth gives you the power to stand on your own 2 feet and leave situations that aren't serving you, whether that's a bad relationship, a job you've outgrown, or just a lifestyle that doesn't reflect your goals. It's about creating a safety net that lets you say, I can do this on my own terms, with the confidence that comes from financial security. This is how you take control of your future and build a life that you don't want to escape from. For women, this is especially important, as we're often the ones that take career breaks for caregiving, face the gender pay gap, or feel societal pressures to prioritize everyone else's needs above our own. That's why building wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating security, independence, and the ability to live life on your own terms. When you have financial stability, you have the confidence to make choices that align with your values and priorities. Now, let's talk about spending. One of the biggest mistakes that I see is spending that doesn't align with our values. Think about it. How many times have you bought something because of social pressure or because everybody else is doing it? Maybe it's a designer bag or a bigger house, or even expensive meals out. But here's the thing, when you spend on things that don't truly matter to you, you're not just wasting your money, you're sacrificing your future goals. For me, this became crystal clear during one of the hardest years of my life. I was coming out of a toxic relationship, grieving a huge loss, and struggling to keep up with day-to-day life. I thought spending on things like holidays, clothes, and tech would be the solution to feeling better. And yes, some of those things did bring temporary joy. But what I learned was spending out of alignment with your values is like trying to fill a leaky bucket. It never lasts. Instead of building long-term security, I was trying to patch emotional holes with material things, and it left me feeling worse. Shifting that mindset was key to real change. I remember a time when I was buying clothes constantly because I felt that I needed to look the part. But deep down, I realized that's not where my happiness came from. It was spending time with loved ones, feeling secure about my financial future, and living in a home that I felt proud of. Once I shifted my mindset, it became so much easier to say no to those impulse buys. Instead of spending to keep up, I thought of every penny that I didn't spend could go into my long-term future goals and build up my power money. So when I stopped buying clothes, I funneled all of that extra cash into my life buffer or emergency fund. I didn't just gain financial stability, I gained the confidence to walk away from situations that didn't serve me. Instead, I tried to focus on intentional spending. Start by identifying your core values. For example, if family time is a priority, you might spend on a family holiday rather than upgrading your car. If health is important, investing in fresh, nutritious foods or a fitness class might bring you more joy than a takeaway coffee. So here's a simple exercise. Write down your top 3 values and ask yourself, does my spending align with these? You might be surprised by what you discover. To help you get started, I've made a values workbook that you can download for free in the description. In this workbook, you'll find prompts and exercises that will help you define your own values and align your spending accordingly. Now that we've covered values, let's move on to strategies that'll help you build your wealth without sacrificing your work-life balance. The first thing to do is to build a life buffer. This isn't just for emergencies. It's your power money. With as little as £1,000 set aside, you can afford small risks, like taking a mental health day without stressing about the loss of income. The second thing is to pay off high interest debt. Once you've built your starter buffer, focus on paying off any high interest debt, such as credit cards or payday loans. These debts can hold you back from achieving financial freedom because the interest adds up faster than you'd think. Create a repayment plan and tackle them one by one, starting with the highest interest rate. Then paying off debt frees up money for savings and investments, which will move you closer to financial security. Next, expand your life buffer fund to 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. This is where your power expands. Whether you want to take a career break or leave a job that's draining you, this buffer gives you the breathing room to make confident decisions. To make things easier along the way and faster, spend 10 minutes automating your savings and investments. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts. Even if it's just 50 quid a month, it adds up over time. The key is consistency, and by automating this, you don't even need to think about it. It'll just happen. Then you can start on the real wealth building, which is investing. Once you have your life buffer in place, focus on investing in low-cost global index funds. They're beginner-friendly and allow you to diversify your investments without needing any deep financial knowledge. Start with small contributions and let compound interest do the heavy lifting. It's one of the easiest ways to passively grow your wealth while you focus on living your life. And it's the way that I'm doing it. To help with the work-life balance, focus on your current income. Instead of stressing about working extra hours or hustling a side gig, build your financial plan around the income that you have right now. Optimize your spending and savings to fit within it. You can build wealth without burning out by being intentional and strategic with what you already have. If your employer offers pension contributions, which is the law by the way, make sure that you're maximizing these. It's essentially free money for your future. The next thing is to streamline your finances. Use tools like My Ultimate Wealth Planner. Track your spending, make sure that it aligns with your values. Automating bills and budgeting can save you hours every month. And let's be honest, we all need more time in our day. Reclaim your time. Set boundaries at work to avoid burnout. If you're spending extra hours on tasks that don't add value, it's time to delegate or say no. This was a big one for me. Learning to say no actually made me more productive and less stressed. Set a monthly fun budget. This way, you can enjoy yourself and spend time on your values without feeling guilty or overspending. I found that planning ahead makes social spending feel more intentional and enjoyable. One of my working mum friends realised that she was spending hundreds of pounds on kids' clothes that they barely wore. She shifted that money into a family holiday fund, and now they're able to take a memorable trip every year. That's value-aligned spending. This shift gave her family more meaningful experiences without spending any extra. Another friend cut out impulse purchases like weekly takeaways and used that money to build a life buffer. Within a year, she felt more secure and less stressed about money. And she still enjoyed meals out, just more intentionally. This simple change helped her achieve a major financial goal without sacrificing enjoyment. One of my closest friends used her power money to leave a toxic job and take a 3-month career break. That break gave her time to reevaluate what she wanted. And within those months, she found a new job that fit her life better and paid more. That's the power of financial independence and power money working together. It gives you options and the ability to say no more. Finally, let's talk about mindset. Building wealth isn't about deprivation or guilt. It's about saying no to the things that don't matter so you can say yes to the things that do. Let go of the pressure to keep up with others. Success Success is living life on your own terms, aligned with your values. When you prioritize building wealth as a form of power, it shifts from being about deprivation to being about possibility. You're not just saving money, you're saving options for yourself. Every time you make an intentional choice about saving or spending, you're telling yourself, I deserve to have choices. I deserve financial power. It's not about being perfect. It's about making small, consistent choices over time that add up over time. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. And trust me, you're going to slip up sometimes. I know I have. But that's okay, because every mistake is a lesson and every small win brings you closer to your goal. So let's recap. Building wealth without sacrificing your work-life balance starts with aligning your spending to your values, automating your finances, and focusing on what truly matters. You don't have to hustle 24/7 or give up the things that you love. What's one value you want to prioritize in your spending? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're ready to take the first step, download my free budgeting worksheet below and get started today. You've got this. Let's build wealth and a life you love together. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message.